Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Screamin'. Welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall Season of the Wish. It feels good to finally say it, Intel. And in today's video, we're going to be going over all the new glitches and cheeses associated with Day 1 or Week 1 of Season of the Wish. And there are quite a few. Some of these will pertain specifically to items you might want to equip to your person in order to do endgame activities early. Some of them will pertain specifically to cosmetics, and some of them will be involving loot, exotics, as well as your vault, which has gone through a quality of life change, and when these things do, they tend to get broken, at least for a little while. But the very first thing I wanted to just go over is if you go to your appearance customization screen, you can actually see the new set of armor associated with this season. Now, you're not honestly supposed to be able to see this, but it was kind of leaked by Bungie themselves early. You just have to go to your appearance customization screen. You can actually screen all of the sets of armor on your person at the same time and see what the entire set looks like. So I'm just going to show you that really quick. And as you can see, this is on the Warlock. It's not the worst looking set of armor that I've seen. Has sort of a hiking, I don't know, mountaineering vibe, if you ask me. Maybe I'm off on that. Now, the next thing I quickly want to discuss is exotics. Now, there is a new exotic catalyst with the Thorn, which I hear is absolutely amazing in PvP, so definitely worth farming out. All you need to do to acquire that catalyst is play any one of the core activities, that's Gambit, Vanguard, or Crucible, and eventually you will get the catalyst to drop. The other thing is the Dragon's Breath has returned for this season's exotic, and with it, the catalyst. There is a quest that you pick up, I believe, from the gunsmith in order to acquire this catalyst. It just revolves around getting kills in certain areas and certain activities. Nothing really too difficult to take home about, but it is actually a very, very good exotic, apparently, and it pairs very well with solar builds, specifically on the Warlock. Now, the next thing, and probably the biggest thing that I want to talk about in today's video, is the artifact and how you can actually use a power glitch in order to do endgame activities early. Now, of course, the artifact gets reset at the beginning of every season, but if you have acquired last season's artifact or an artifact from a few seasons ago, at any time you will be able to equip that artifact, and that artifact's power will be added to your person's power. So as you can see in this gameplay, I was using my artifact from this season as well as my artifact from 2 seasons ago and comparing the damage output that it would do against enemies in a legendary lost sector. Now, I was able to do about 500 points more damage per shot with a hand cannon on the same enemy when I had my old artifact equipped. So this was my new artifact. I'll go back in and you'll see the damage registration is quite a bit different. But essentially how this is working, and you won't be able to actually tell that this is working unless you do a damage test like this, is where you would normally see your power, which is the accumulation of your gear score as well as your artifact power. Most people, if you got to the power cap in gear, which is 1810, and I'm sure most people are at 1810 at this point, you will of course get the added bonus power of your artifact, and you will see the cumulative power registered as the total power, the big yellow number. Beneath it, you'll see the breakdown of artifact power as well as gear score. Now, most people will probably see 1810 plus 3 or plus 4, however far you've gotten into the season. If you switch to a previous season's artifact, it will drop your gear score and make up the difference with that season's artifact. So whatever you got up to in that season, it will actually drop your gear score down to accommodate and put you at the total power that you are for this season. However, that's not actually what is happening. What is actually happening is, even though you don't see it, your gear score, your total power for this season, so mine would be 1813, remains the same, and I'm getting a bonus 14 power from a previous season's artifact. So that's putting me at a total power of 1827. So that's why I'm getting a big bonus, big chunk of damage more in a legendary lost sector, as you saw. So that's only if you have a previous season's artifact, and unfortunately I'm not totally sure if you can still reacquire them, but just know that it still works. Another thing that you can do now is you can access your vault from orbit. Now that's a quality of life change, but with many things that get changed like that to the game, there's always a few big glitches, and though this one might not be the biggest, it's certainly something that I'm sure players could utilize in the right circumstances, and that is that you can actually access your vault from within activities. So all you need to do is open your player loadout screen, your directory. While you're in an activity, you need to be the fireteam leader in order for this to work, but I was in a legendary lost sector and that counts, so if you're solo it also counts. Open your directory, and then where you'll see the access the vault tab, which is in the bottom left corner, it's usually the down arrow on the D-pad if you're on a controller. That is normally only accessible when you are in orbit, but if you are in an activity and you load up a location, so say you want to travel to the tower and you just click on it but you don't actually hit send, as soon as you click on the location, the tab for the vault access will appear in the bottom left corner like you were in orbit. So this allows you to swap weapons from your vault while within activities. And that is going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. It is day 1 of Season of the Wish, so there will be a lot more content like this to follow, I'm sure, even maybe within the next few hours. I'm going to try to post as much as I can over the next few days, as there's going to be a lot of stuff coming fast and quick, and I just want to make sure that I get a chance to talk to you about all of it, or at least discuss it in further detail. Overall, my first impressions of Season of the Wish are actually very good. I enjoyed the storyline or the progression that we've had up to this point, but I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody. Let me know what your first impressions are in the comments section down below. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell, the post notifications, so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Lightfall content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel. And we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. When we reach 100,000 subscribers, we will be giving away an Xbox Series X. Also, you can let me know your first impressions of Season of the Wish. That will count as any of the secret hashtags. And if you have watched to this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag Season of the Wish or a hashtag Lightfall in the comment section down below for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. As I said, or your first impressions of Season of the Wish will count. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching, and of course, we will see you next time.